afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I don't even want to say after my sister who's given such an inspiring word of encouragement to us all and for all the other speakers who have spoken today. I'm just going to take it from, it's not so much of a technology aspect, but something that's dear to my heart as a medical physician about a healthy mind and a healthy body, because with all that you've heard today, and one of the speakers talked about, I think it was in 2075, what Nigeria will be in the world. Well, in 2075, I won't be here, and some of us speakers won't be here, but you guys will. And for you to make it to 2075, you need a healthy body and you need a healthy mind. So yes, you've learned all these things, but if you don't take care of your mind, if you don't take care of your bodies, you won't be here in 2075. And I'm not saying it as a curse, but we know that we need to always do the right thing, as she described. Our temple, our bodies are the temple of the Holy Spirit, and we need to know what we're putting into our bodies. One thing that we all probably realize is that our bodies are influenced by our mind. Our bodies are influenced by our minds, and our minds are a very, 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 very powerful tool, because they influence positively or negatively, and they're consistently speaking to one another. Our minds and bodies are consistently speaking to one another. One Army veteran, David Goggins, said that when you're physically exhausted and you think, I can't do this anymore, I don't have any more strength, he says we still have 40% capacity in our body, but our mind is telling us, I'm tired, I can't do this. But if you overcome that mindset, you still have 40% reserve. Even though you feel tired, I can't do this. But if you have a positive mindset, you will be able to succeed and do what you need to do. A lot of us, when we feel ill or unwell, we become depressed. We're in a bad mood. Why? Because your mind is controlling your body. You're stressed, and in a situation of stress, you have a stomach ache, you have a headache. That's your mind affecting your body. So we have to be very careful and develop a healthy body-mind relationship. Now, I'm just going to run through quickly a few tips to help you in your daily walk to keep a healthy mind and a healthy body. And this is not exhaustive. My pet peeve is a healthy, balanced diet. It is imperative that we eat right, because the foods you choose are beneficial to your body. We need, and we hear this all the time, you need to eat healthily. Fruits, vegetables, whole grains, protein, avoid processed foods. Now in our environment and in a lot of countries in the world, the total carbohydrate intake is way too high. We eat a lot of processed foods, white flour, white bread, rice, pastry, snacks, pasta, sugary drinks, breakfast cereals. We need to cut down on all those things, because if you don't, it will affect your body moving forward. And when you consume foods that have a high sugar content, like I mentioned, the donuts, the sweets, the sugary drinks, it can lead to headaches, irritability, even depression. And of course, there's that link with obesity, diabetes, and inflammatory disease. So we need to be careful. Try to figure out what you eat. Cut down on the sugary drinks and the soft drinks and the puff-puff and all those. And I'm not saying don't eat those things, but reduce how much of those things you eat. And try to eat good sources of protein like lean meat, fish, whole nuts, avocados. Those things are healthy fats. Palm oil, we eat a lot of palm oil, but it's not a healthy fat. And if you can do without using it to cook or find an alternative, please do. Brown rice, sweet potato, those are good complex carbohydrates that will help you. Another thing is regular exercise. I can't say that enough, and we all know. We need at least 30 minutes worth of exercise a day. It doesn't matter what it is. If you're going to walk, ride a bicycle, go swimming if you can swim. Try to get at least 30 minutes of some form of physical activity a day, because it will help you. Another thing I know, and the thing with the exercise, is that it stimulates growth of new cells. A lot of our speakers have told you about the fact that you need to constantly learn. If you're not exercising, you may not be able to constantly learn because you're not stimulating the growth of brain cells. Most of you are students in here. You need your brain cells to study. It adds years to your life, and apparently it cuts down the risk of premature death by 50% if you exercise. 50% less premature death if you exercise. Just 30 minutes a day, like I said. You don't have to go to the gym. You can, even if it's just a bag of rice or 2 bottles of water, you lift up and down. You do a bit of running on the spot in your room 20 minutes before you leave the house. Walk. I read somewhere, it says slim people take the stairs. So leave the lift. If you need to go upstairs, leave the lift in your office building or wherever you work. That's exercise. Another thing that as students I know we don't do is sleep. You need adequate sleep. It's essential to maintain your good health. Because one of the things sleep does is that it improves your memory, it improves your cognition, and it promotes learning. So you need to sleep. It improves your problem-solving skills and concentration. And lack of sleep can lead to irritability, mood swings, even depression. So you need to sleep well. And on average, we aim to have 7 to 9 hours of sleep a day. Stress. A lot of people, I know as students you don't get it, but try. I know most of us don't get those 79 hours, but try. Even if you can't do it in the week, on the weekends, try and make up for that sleep, which is what I do. I make up on the weekend. Now, stress. Managing stress is really important because there's 2 types of stress. There's positive stress and there's negative stress. So stress is our body's natural response to external stimuli, and they can challenge our physical, emotional, and mental health, mental well-being. It can be triggered by various situations. Everyday hassles, major life challenges, you lose a job, financial matters, that can affect your stress. But positive stress, so there is positive stress. And positive stress motivates you, energizes you, gives you a sense of excitement, focus, and accomplishment. Such things as starting a new job, getting married, even exercising, gives you endorphins that make your body feel good. But on the other hand, negative stress, which is also known as distress, it can be harmful, overwhelming. It's caused by negative situations when we feel threatened, like you lose a job, financial difficulties can cause you, or even chronic illness can cause you to be stressed. And the thing with stress is that it causes fatigue, it can cause you to have digestive problems and other health issues if you don't manage that stress positively. So ways you can manage your stress, and a lot of these things are repetitive. Engage in physical activity. Yoga, meditation, breathing exercises, it helps your stress. Eating healthily helps stress. Plenty of fruit, vegetables, and grains. Getting enough sleep helps your stress. So you need to establish a good sleep routine. Maintaining relationships. Human beings, we're very relational. So if you stay away from people, it's not good. We gain from being together with other people. So you need to build and maintain good relationships with your friends, your family, because it helps you with stress. And other things, we need to avoid things that are unhealthy to cope with stress. And 2 of those things are excessive alcohol and drug use. They're not good for stress. I know people run to those things when they're stressed, but they actually are harmful when you're stressed. In this environment, one thing we need to do is stay hydrated. It's very hot in Africa. I live mostly in the United Kingdom, but even then, I try to drink as much water as I can. Ditch the bottle of Coke, ditch the Maltina for a bottle of water. Ditch all those sugary drinks. for your bottle of water. Because keeping hydrated helps you regulate your body temperature, it helps prevent infections, it delivers the right nutrients to your body, so you need to drink well. And one of the things the studies have found is that even if you're just mildly dehydrated, it can impair your energy levels, it can lead to reduction in your memory and brain performance. So sometimes, maybe when you can't remember things and you're not doing so well in school, it might just be that you're dehydrated. So you need to drink lots of water. Another thing water can do is for those who feel they need to lose weight, it can help with weight loss. Because what you need to do is 500 mils of water 30 minutes before you eat. It will make you feel a bit full, so you don't need to eat as much. So it's one way it's one way to make yourself full so you're not eating too much. And ideally, we want to drink at least 2 to 3 liters of water a day. Another tip to help us with your healthy body mind, like I said, limit your alcohol and definitely avoid smoking. Because smoking, we know, it leads to preventable deaths, which is linked to lung cancer, heart disease, and stroke. So really lay off the cigarettes, even the vaping. Vaping still gives you nicotine. So as much as possible, limit those things. Excessive alcohol, we know, liver disease, blood pressure, risk of cancer. So try and avoid those things. Another thing, tip to help you with your healthy body and mind is social connection. And we've learned so much about technology today. And that's helpful. So to keep that healthy body-mind paradigm, maintain healthy relationships with friends and family. If you can't see them, you can do FaceTime, you can use technology, video calls, messaging apps. All those things help us to stay connected to one another. And one of the other things that a lot of the speakers have told us that keeps your healthy mind and body is continual learning. Keep your mind engaged, it's helpful. Keep your mind engaged, get new challenges, learn new skills or hobbies. This can improve your cognitive function. Because like I said, you're the future. You guys in this room are the future. In 2075, I won't be here, it'll be my children's generation. On my last birthday, I was 61 years old. So I practice what I preach. I practice what I preach. So if you in 40 years' time, you want to look like this, then you need to keep your body and mind healthy and try, eat right, do the right things, because you will maintain. God has given us a body, He's given us a mind, but we need to exercise those things, and we need to be good custodians of our body and good custodians. What you feed, because the adage is garbage in, garbage out. So you need to feed your spirit, feed your mind, feed your body. Thank you.